Hi, I'm Radian, and I have made a fancier sunlight detector. Not only does it detect the amount of daylight and show you where it is, but it also shows you whether the sun is rising or setting. I tested some simple configurations using the daylight sensor block hooked up to a line of redstone and some redstone lamps, and realized that while it does show you how much daylight there is, it doesn't really indicate whether it's coming daylight or going daylight. So for example, if you're underground in a cave and the daylight's only to right here, you don't know if it's about to get dark or if you have tons of daytime left. So there's these two indicator lights. This one indicates that the sun is rising, this one indicates that the sun is setting. So you can tell exactly how much of the day is yet to come. Or if everything's off, you know it's nighttime. Now, the lights right here, pretty obvious, daylight sensor block hooked up to a line of redstone. For those of you who aren't aware, this is in 13 week 3A, which is the latest snapshot build. This daylight sensor block will be in vanilla as soon as Minecraft 1.5 or whatever the next version is comes out. Now, when this piece of redstone dust first comes on with a signal of 1, which means there's any sunlight at all, this repeater leeches the signal off and sends it into these two separate circuits. This one is a rising edge detector, which means that when this redstone turns from off to on, which only happens during sunrise, which is about to happen, it sends off a small pulse into this RS NOR latch, which will allow this thing to turn on. And the second signal that gets sent, which just fired right there as the sun came up, activates these pistons, which pushes down these blocks, allowing the signal to actually get through to the various indicators. So since this piece of redstone dust turned from off to on, the sun is coming up. So the signal gets all the way through, and it hits this arrow, which shows that the sun is currently rising. Now, the reason that I even put in these little piston toggle things right here is so that both of these indicators would be off at night, because this one right here works somewhat differently. When the piece of redstone dust gets all the way over here, it doesn't do anything, because it's hooked up to a falling edge detector, which only fires off when a signal changes from on to off, the opposite of the thing over here. So that means that it's only after noon, when the signal starts falling off, that the other side of the RS NOR latch is triggered, which flips these things around, turning this on and letting you know that the sun is going down. So same thing over here. And when the signal comes all the way back down to nothing, it cuts off, which, turns this thing off, which pulls off these pistons, because, this one would still be powered. Let me show you that. There we go. As you can see, the sun is now setting. This side is powered. So when the signal turns off, this thing would still be on, because, the RS NOR latch has been triggered. So that's why when the signal is fully off, this thing is depowered, which pulls up both blocks, cutting off both indicators, so that, there's no daylight, so nothing's on. And again, when it comes up, this block here has transitioned from off to on, so this rising edge detector causes this to cut on. Now, as you can see, it's full, but this one hasn't hit yet. That's because you have to wait until this one drops off, so that this line of redstone right here becomes depowered, or, this specific dust block. There, as you can see, it's only when it transitions from noon to afternoon that the setting sun indicator hits. This is certainly not the most compact way to do it, but hey, it's the first one of these I've seen. So, have fun with it. I'll put up a world download in the description. Just ignore all the other crap. I really don't care enough to slice out this